Welcome back to Jago Sims. So today we will discuss self-practice 1.1F. So the first question, determine the roots. So we are going to find roots, which is the value of x. For each of the following quadratic equations using the factorization method. So for the factorization method, you are going to get two brackets equal to 0. So we need to make this form, the general equation, into this form, which have two brackets equal to 0. And then by solving the first bracket and solving the second bracket, you will get two roots. Okay, so let the first bracket equal to 0 and then the second bracket equal to 0. Okay, so let us start. X squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0, the first question. So I will do my working down here. So this is the question. You can draw a box like this, a cross like this. Okay, so to get x squared is x times x. So x times x, you get x squared. And then for the number negative 10, we need to get the factor first. So how to get 10? You can have 1 times 10, right? You can have 2 times 5. And then 3, 4, and 5 is here. So you don't have any factors of 3 and 4. So we have two possible combination. So 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. So which pair you give you the number 3? So we can say that the second pair have the possible to give you number 3, because 5 minus 2 you get 3, right? So for the first pair, 1 and 10, you cannot get 3. 10 minus 1, you get 9. You only can get 9, right? Or get 11, right? 10 plus 1 is 11, so you cannot get 3. So we choose 2 and 5. So 2 and 5 is here. So remember, 2 times 5 is a 10. It's a positive 10, but here we have a negative. So one of them will be negative. So which one? 2 you put negative, or 5 you put negative? Okay, so here you need to see the sign here. You want to get negative 3. Negative 3. So if I put negative here, if I put negative at the 2, it's 5 minus 2. You get positive 3. So it's not, you cannot put at the 2. You need to put at the 5. Because 2 minus 5, you get negative 3. Okay, so here is for you to check. Okay, so for this line, 2 times x. Okay, 2 times x, you get 2x. And then for this line is x times negative 5. So negative 5x. And then by plus, you need to plus this 2 together. 2x minus 5x, you get minus 3x. So check. This is same like this, x squared. 2 times negative 5, you get negative 10. So negative 10 is same with this one. And then negative 3x is same with this one. So you already solve it. So we can write two brackets. First bracket, second bracket equals to 0. The first bracket is here, x plus 2. You don't have a sign here, so it's plus, positive, x plus 2. Second bracket is x minus 5. So the first bracket, x plus 2, and then second bracket, x minus 5. So to solve it, you need to let the first bracket equal 0. The first bracket equals 0, comma, the second bracket equal 0. That means we have two answers. Okay, so to make this thing equal 0, you can make the first one equal 0, because 0 times anything will become 0. Or you make the second one 0, 0 times anything will become 0. So the first bracket becomes 0, x plus 2 becomes 0. You need to move the plus 2 to that side. So x equal positive 2, you move to that side, become negative 2. Okay, comma, x minus 5. So minus 5, you move it there. So x becomes positive 5. So you have two roots. One is negative 2, and another one is x is 5. So this is your final answer. That is what the question asks you to do, to find the roots. Okay, so let's do the second question. So you do the same thing. You can try it yourself first. X squared minus 10x plus 16. And then you draw. And then across. Okay, so for x squared is quite easy. You just put x times x. You get x squared. And for this number, you need to find the possible combination of factors. So for example, 1 times 16, 2 times 8, because you want to get the number 16, right? So 1 times 16 is 16, 2 times 8 is 16, 3, you don't have the factors for 3. So we move on to 4, 4 times 4. Okay, so you don't have to test for 5 because this is already 4, right? So you need to check which group will give you the number 10. So you can see the second group will give you number 10 because 2 plus 8 is a 10. Okay, so you choose this 2 and 8, you get 10. 2 plus 8, you get 16, sorry. Okay, so you get this number 16. And the sign is positive, so correct. But here is a negative. So negative 2, negative 8. So negative 2 times negative 8, negative times negative, the sign is a positive. And then 2 times 8, you get 16. Right? And then you check here. For the first row, is negative 2x, because negative 2 times x. So for the second one, is negative 8 times x is negative 8x. So we plus these two together, negative 2 plus negative 8, you get negative 10x. So you can check negative 10x is same like this. And then these two times together, you get positive 16, and then x squared and x squared. Okay, so we can continue here, put two brackets equals to 0, and then x minus 2, x minus 8. And then continue, x minus 2 is 0. The second bracket, 8 minus 8 is 0. And then you just write the answer, final answer. Okay, let's move on to the second one. This is a little bit tricky because a is not 1, right? A is 3. So we can check if we can divide everything by 3. Okay, so 5 is not divisible by 3. So we cannot simplify first before solving. So don't worry, we just continue doing the same thing. 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. So for 3x squared, what is the possible combination of 3? Only one group, 1 times 3, the factors. Yeah, so 1 times 3 only. So 1x times 3x. Okay, you get 3x squared. And the sign is positive. And then for 2, only one possible combination, 1 times 2, right? So you can put 1, 2 here, or 2, 1 here. So which group you need to use? So you need to check. If I put 1, 2 here, is 1 times 3x, you get 3x, right? You get 3x here. And then 2 times x, you get 2x here. And then you can get negative 5. Okay, if I put the negative here and then negative here, I will get negative here, so I can get negative 5. So yeah, the first try is correct. So it's 1, 2, not 2, 1. Okay, and then I put a negative. So negative 1 times negative 2, you get positive 2. And then I check this line, negative 1 times 3x, you get negative 3x. And then I check the second line, negative 2 times x, you get negative 2x. And then you plus these two together, you get negative 5x. So you can check negative 5x is same as the middle, plus 2, 3x squared, positive 3x squared. Okay, so you can write the answer for the bracket. So x minus 1, and then 3x minus 2 equals 0. So the first bracket equals 0, and then the second bracket equals 0. So we have two answers. First is this, and then second one, you need to move this first. So 3x equal positive 2, and then times 3, you bring it there, becomes divide by 3, so 2 over 3. Okay, so let's move on to question D. Okay, so this one also, your A is not 1, so you can check if I divide everything by 2, are they divisible by 2? So yes, if yes, I can bring the 2 out. Okay, that means I put a 2, brick bracket. Okay, and 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared, 1x squared. And then 8 will become 4, 24 become 12. Okay, so if I divide it outside, everyone divide it outside, I get the original equation. Okay, so I just divide everything by 2, and then I times a 2 outside. So it's the same thing. Okay, I divide everything by 2, but I times 2 outside. So I didn't change the question, I just simplify the question. Okay, so 2, and then x squared plus 4x plus x squared plus 4x minus 12. Okay, so this one, we want to do the factorization for this one. Okay, x times x is x squared. Okay, and then this one we have 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Okay, so which one will give you 4? It's this one, 6 minus 2. You can simply use any sign, plus, minus, it doesn't matter. So only this will give you 4. That means 6 minus 2, you get positive 4, right? Okay, so 6 minus 2, you get positive 4. So 6, for here is times. Everything inside this bracket, inside this box is multiply. So 6 multiply 2, you get 12. Positive multiply negative, you get negative. So you get here correct already. So we move on to check. Okay, this one is 6 times x, so 6x. And then this one is negative 2x, because I'm using the multiplier. So 6 multiply x, you get 6x. Negative 2 multiply x, you get negative 2x. And then for this box, you need to plus. So 6x plus negative 2x. So 6 minus 2 is 4x. So you get your middle. Everything is correct. So this is your answer. Don't forget there's a 2 outside. And then this bracket already becomes 2 brackets. Everything is times, so I don't need to put a big bracket. But if you want, it's okay. You can skip this big bracket because everything is times. Okay, so the first small bracket you put x plus 6. The second bracket you put x minus 2 equals 0. So how to make this thing equals 0? You can make this 0 because 0 times 2 times x minus 2 you get 0. Or you can make this bracket equals 0 because 0 times this bracket times 2 will get you 0 also, right? So the first answer will be x plus 6 equals 0. Second answer will be x minus 2 equals 0. So x is equal to -6 because I move positive there, become negative. And then the second one is -2. I bring it there, become positive 2. So here is my two roots, -6 and 2. Okay, for question E, we do the same thing. We need to check, everything divisible by 2? No, because 3 cannot divide by 2, right? Okay, so we just solve it like usual. So 2x squared plus 3x minus 9. And then I do the same thing. I draw this. So everything inside here is multiply. Everything inside this box is plus. Okay. So I draw this. And then 2x squared, the possible group is 1 and 2. Okay, 1 times 2 is 2. And then for 9 is 1 and 9 and 3 and 3. You get 9, right? Okay, so only one group, 1, 2 is 1x times 2x. So you get 2x squared. So the first one settled. And the second one, how to get 3? So we need to choose which group. Okay, 1, 9 is not possible. Okay, so if you put 1 and 9, you get 9x and 2x. So you cannot get 3. Okay, so let's try the 3 and 3. Okay, 3 and 3. Okay, 3 and 3, you see 3 times 2x, you get 6x, right? And then 3 times x, you get 3x. And then how to get positive 3x? You put a negative here, right? You put a negative here. So 3 times -3, you get -9. So which is same like this. And then 6 minus 3, you get 3x, positive 3x. So this one is same as the middle. Okay, so yeah, we get the answer already. So let's put them in the bracket. X plus 3 and then 2x minus 3 is 0. So let's the first bracket equals 0 and the second bracket equals to 0. And then we'll solve it for the first one. And then you solve it for the second one. Positive. Okay. So that's the final answer. Okay, let's do the last one. And not the last one. The sixth question F. So 4x squared minus 3x minus 10. So this is not, everything is not divisible by 4. Let's check, are they divisible by 2 or not? Also not. Okay, so cannot. So like usual, you need to do like usual. You cannot simplify first. Okay, so multiply and plus, right? So here we have two possible group, 1, 4 and 2, 2. For 10 you have 1, 10, 2, 5, 3, you can't, 4 and no. Okay, so that's it. Two pairs. How to get the number 3 at the middle? Okay, so you can test first. I will use the 2 first, this pair first. 2x times 2x. Okay, and then I use 5 and 2, 5 and 2. So 5 times 2x is 10x, and then 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so cannot. 4, because 10 minus 4 you get 6. You cannot get the number 3. So I change this one. I change to the first group, 1 and 4. So which one I need to use for? Okay, I choose this one. Okay, so 4x times x, you get 4x squared. 5 times 2, you get 10. And then 4x times 2, you get 8x. And then 5 times x, you get 5x here. Okay, so how to get negative 3? I put a negative on the bigger number, because 5 minus 8, you get minus 3x. But if you put here, remember to put here, okay, because negative 2 times 4x, you get negative 8. So it's negative 10. So let's check, it's a negative 10. Okay, so we solved it already. So we can put them in the bracket, 4x plus 5. And then x minus 2 is 0. So 4x plus 5 is 0. X minus 2 equals 0. And then x equals 2. Okay. Question G. Okay, this is even more complicated now because we have a negative at the front, but don't worry, we just do the same thing. Okay, so 3x squared minus x plus 14. For 3, only one group, right? So 1 and 3. 1x squared, 3x squared. I don't know yet which one to put the negative, so I leave it first. Okay, and then 14, 1 times 14, 2 times 7. Okay, and then nothing else, right? Okay, so let's check. And normally 1 and 14 is not so possible. You can always try the second one first. Because 1 and 14 is too extreme, right? You can only get a really big number like 13 and 15, right? So you can check the second one first, 2 and 7. Okay, so 2 and 7, how to get 1, right? How to get 1? I can put 2 here and 7 here. Because here I have already 3, so I cannot put a big number here. I put a small number here. Okay, because I want to get 1, right, which is a really small number. So I need to make this 2 line like equal, like similar. Okay, so 7x squared. And then this one, 2 times 3x is 6x. Okay, so I can get 1. I can minus and get 1, right? Okay. So which one I need to put minus? Because it's a minus 1, so bigger number should be negative. Okay. And then you cannot put a negative here at the 7 because I have positive 14. So if you put 1 here, it's not balanced. It's not positive here anymore. Okay, so you need to put at the front. Okay, so at the front here is good because I have a negative here. So negative times positive is a negative. 3x squared. Sorry, this one is x here. Okay, and then 2 times 7 is 14, positive 14. Okay, and then 6 minus 7 is 1, is negative 1. Okay, so negative 1x. Okay, so that's correct. So let's put them in the bracket. Okay, just like usual. So I fast forward it. Okay, for this one, you see it's you don't have the third number, the C. You don't have the C. So this one is quite easy. You just factorize the common thing out. So this one is x times x, right? Okay, x times x. And this one is 5 times x. Well, so what is the common thing? They both have x, right? Okay, so I bring out the x. And then I put a big bracket. So I take 1x from the first one. So what is left is only 1x. I take the x from the second one. What is left is negative 5. Okay, so these are the bracket. So I let the first one become 0. And then I let the second bracket become 0. So 0 and 5 are the two roots. Okay, so for the next one, x squared minus 4. So you need to factorize. Okay, so you can change x squared minus 2 squared equals to 0. And then this one, the factorization is x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, this is from the formula a squared minus b squared is equals to a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so for this question is x squared minus 2 squared. So you can write x plus 2, x minus 2. So this is the factorization note. Okay, and then x plus 2 is 0. So you have two roots. Okay, so that's the factorization, finding roots. Okay, let's see the second question. Write each of the following quadratic equations in the general form, hence solve the quadratic equation. So when you solve, you need to find the value of the x. Or for question A, you need to find the value of m. Okay, for question B, you need to find the value of b. That means you need to find the value. Okay, so you need to write in general form first. Okay, to write in general form, you just multiply, okay, expand the bracket. So m times m, you get m squared. And then positive times positive is a positive. So m times 2 is a 2m equals to 3. Okay, and then m squared plus 2m minus 3 equals 0. I just make here. So this is my general form. Okay, and then I need to solve it. So to solve it, you don't have to factorize again because this question gives you the factorized form. Okay, so sorry, because this one is not 0. Okay, so you cannot use this one. Yeah, you cannot say m is 3, m plus 2 is 3. You cannot say, because only 0 times anything is 0. If 3 times anything is not 3, right? Okay, so after you make it the general form, we do like usual. So it's a long working, yeah. So you need to do like usual. You need to solve. You need to make it 2 bracket again. Okay, so I do it faster this time. You just refer the answer. You can do first. Okay, so m. Okay, sorry, this one 1. Right? Okay, because 1 times 3. 3 minus 1. Okay. Okay, so for this one, also second question, also same. You will multiply, expand it. So positive, 33p minus 6p square equals to 15. So you rearrange. I better let this negative gone, so I move there. This one also move there. So 6p square minus 33p plus 15 equals to 0. I can divide everything by 3. Okay, so you need to factorize this, become 2 bracket. Okay, so 2p square minus 11p plus 5 only one group. You just choose which one to put. You put here because I want to make a big number, because 11 is a big number. So 5 times p, you get 10p. Here you get p. So to get negative, both need to be negative. So negative, negative, you get positive. Okay. So we solve it. Okay, let's go to the second one. We need to write in the general equation. Okay, so this one is your general equation. Okay, or this one. Okay. And then for this one, you need to rearrange. Okay. Rearrange. So I bring everything to one side. Okay, so negative becomes positive, positive becomes negative because I bring it to the another side. And then this can be your general equation. But if you want to, like, you don't want the fraction, you can multiply everything by 2. Okay, multiply everything by 2. 0 times 2 is a 0 also. So you don't have to put a half and a big bracket. You don't have. You just multiply everything by 2. So y squared plus 2y minus 24 equals to 0. Times 2, right? Okay. Okay, correct. Okay, now we do the same thing for this one. Y. 6, 4. I choose the middle one because I want to get a small number 2. Okay. 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay. So this is your answer. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so now we have this one. So you need to multiply everything by a because I don't want to have a fraction. So if I multiply a, this one multiply a, this one multiply a. And then a will be gone, right? Okay. So the first one, a times a, you get a squared. Second one is 5 only because a and a is gone. Because a divided by a. Okay, because of this, yeah. Okay, because of this. And then equals to 6a. And then bring 6a to that side. A squared minus 6a plus 5 equals to 0. And then you solve it for this, okay, using the same method. A 5, 1, negative, negative. So a minus 5, a minus 1 equals to 0. So a minus 5 is 0, a minus 1 is 0. So A is equal to 5, A is equals to 1. Okay, so let's solve this. Also you have this one, so everything times k, every number times k. That means I times k with the left side, and then I times k with the right side. Yeah. Okay, so this one become 8, this one become 2k plus k squared. So this one positive, so I bring it there, becomes k squared plus 2k minus 8 equals to 0. Okay, so k plus 4, k minus 2, okay, and then the next one is this one, so I times everything with h. It becomes 2h squared plus 6 equal to 7h. Okay. Okay, so we put them in the bracket. Okay, so let's move on to the question G. Okay, this one you need to expand. So first time first, first time second, second time first, second time second. Okay, so first time first is h time h. Okay, first time second is negative h, negative 2h is this one, and then this one negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Okay, so h squared minus 3h. Okay, I hope it's correct. So continue. 5, 2 because I want to get 3. And then minus I put at 5 because here is negative. So negative 5 times negative 5 plus 2, negative 3. Okay, so h minus 5, h plus 2. Okay, for this one, you have a square here, but inside the bracket you have two people, okay, or two things. Okay, so you need to expand it. This one expand like usual. Okay, you can draw arrow if you afraid to get confused. So 2 times 2, negative plus 4. Sorry. Okay. Okay, negative 4 minus 3, negative 7, 1 plus 2, 3. Okay, so this one you solve it. This one is a 7. Okay, so I put 1, 4. Okay, and then 1, 3. And then both need to be negative because negative 7. Okay. So x minus 1, 4, x minus 3. X minus 1 is 0, 4x minus 3 is 0, x is 1, 3 over 4. Okay. For this one, also same. Okay, r times r, you get r squared. R times 9, you get 9r. 1 times r, you get r. 1 times 9, you get 9. Okay, so because everyone is positive, so you don't have to worry about the sign. Okay, if not, you need to be really careful about the sign. Okay, so and then you solve it. You rearrange first. R squared. 9 plus 1, you get 10. Minus 16, you get minus 6. Plus 9 equal to 0. Okay, now we can do it. Now it's easy because 3, 3, you get 6, and then minus, minus. So r minus 3, and then r minus 3 is 0. So r minus 3 is 0. R minus 3 is 0. So you have only one answer because two roots are the same roots. This is called two equal roots. Okay, so R is 3. Okay, so that's it for the finding roots by using factorization methods. It's a long video, so I hope you understand it, and you can do more practice about this. Okay, you can do the complete version. This is the short version which you need to do mental calculation. But to prevent any error, you should check everything, like negative 3 times negative 3, you get positive 9, and then r times r, you get r squared, and then this one you get negative 6r. Okay, so to check everything, is it same with the question, so that you do everything correct. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe. You can check your answers using the videos here. And then thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson.